It is Friday night. It is Centennial. It is Smyrna. It is the WCTV game of the week, and we are ready for action. Centennial set to receive. My name is Michael Williams. I've got my glasses on. My partner here tonight is my buddy Paul Breece. He's got his chair, and we are ready to rock here on I-65 at Centennial High School. Paul Breece,
yes,
tell
sir.
us what we need to know tonight.
I'm about to put my glasses on to help you out. Here's what we need to know. Centennial, not in a must-win situation, but definitely get a momentum situation here after taking a tough loss to Ravenwood High School last week, who in most prognosticators' minds feel that Ravenwood could be in a chance to win the gold football in Cookville here in December. Championship run, and Centennial looking to bounce back against the Smyrna team who struggled mightily last week to move the ball. So maybe this is just what the doctor ordered.
Well, we are set to go here. The Bulldogs set to kick it away. Desmond Smith, Kevin Townsell set to receive for Centennial. And week number 2 is underway. Townsell again, I believe they called a fair catch, or I believe the up back called the fair catch, and referee comes marching in and says, hold everything.
The kickoff fielded by number 3.
Well, when they see that on film on Monday, somebody's going to get a little bit of maybe a talking to, especially from the guy that returned the kick.
So 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 19-yard line, just underway here in the first quarter. Centennial again lost 49-21 last week to Ravenwood. And as my buddy Paul Breece mentioned, Smyrna took it on the chin last week to East Nashville 42-0. So tonight, somebody's has got to go, as Centennial is set to get underway here. Grayson Marcel, the quarterback for these Cougars. Fires down the middle, he's got his man, and a big first down on the first play of the game.
Grayson Marcel, quick 2-3 step drop right there, and the quick slant right on the money, and Coach Kreisky and the Cougars looking for a little momentum here.
So Kevin Townsell again on the receiving end of the ball. Cougars again, they'll run it this time. A little bit of daylight has number 2, that's Desmond Smith, the 12th grader. And he's up past the 45-yard line for another Centennial first down. Desmond Smith, an 80-yard run last weekend against Ravenwood.
Skylar Cable on the tackle for Smyrna.
There you see our Centennial offensive starters. Grayson Marcel, your quarterback. Desmond Smith, that running back who just made that run. There's Crouch and Plowman. Townsell, Fournette, Holloway, Anderson, Fearing, Johnson, and Caluzo make out the line.
A very heavy senior offensive group. I think I only count 3 of the 11 that are not seniors for the Cougars.
So 1st and 10 from the 47. Again, out to pass. Nice catch. That time again, I believe it's Townsell, and he's wrestled out of bounds at midfield.
Well, Townsell is the guy that's going to definitely get the train rolling. And if Coach Kreisky and the offensive staff have made it easy, giving Grayson Marcel just some quick passes to get this thing going.
So pickup of 3 yards on the play, brings up 2nd down and 7. Again, Townsell back to pass. He's got his man. Can't tell who the receiver is that far away. Complete to number 7 to Cannon Plowman.
Yeah, one of the underclassmen, only a sophomore. But it's the quick step throws that has given some confidence in the senior Marcel.
So the Cougars now on Smyrna's side of the field. 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 38-yard line. Again, the quick pass, and this time the Bulldogs sniff it out. And no gain, maybe a pickup of a half a yard on the play.
Marcel's pass to number 7, Cannon Plowman.
Well, that play was the counter that they had run previously. They brought the handoff. So just going to show it on film. This time they're just going to.
Townsell again this time.
I believe that's Desmond Smith.
Or Smith again,
yeah,
rather.
I mean,
sorry about that.
And give credit to that O-line.
And Smith wrestles his way up close to the 25-yard line for another Centennial first down. Coach Breece, I believe that is 4 first downs on this drive.
Absolutely. Keeping the trains a-moving.
That's what Coach Kreisky was talking about on the coaches show, staying ahead of the chain. Marcel now again. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. 1 offset back. Centennial marching the ball pretty steadily this time.
Wow.
Another pickup, and this time again to number 7, that's Cannon Plowman.
And a late flag.
Flag comes in for a little extra shove there out of bounds.
That's look, it's Josh Jones, or check that, maybe Douglas Belcher, the corner, probably just frustrated.
I believe that was Johnny Crouch on the reception for Centennial.
Yeah. So you probably couldn't write the script for Centennial's offensive first possession here. Much better.
Well, the penalty will put the ball down at the 5-yard line of Smyrna, and Centennial with a fresh set of downs now and threatening here early in the first quarter. Smith in motion. In
pressure.
Trouble, and
that's
going
to
be
close.
Away. Hurried by number 9 from Smyrna.
Centennial very fortunate that play handed.
Skylar Cagle on the pressure of Townsell there.
The Smyrna coaches wanted grounding right there, and like I was mentioning that because the play went toward the Centennial bench and across the field was the Smyrna coaches, the officials just said incomplete.
There you see a shot of Grayson Marcel, the senior quarterback. Again, the give up the gut to Smith once again.
Yeah. I believe they could hand it off to number 2, Desmond Smith, one more time and could be good, but what do I know? Desmond Smith's coming out.
Smith, the senior, there you see him again. Smelled a little daylight, reached for that goal line, just stopped a little short.
Here comes a little jumbo package right here.
Here are the Cougars yet again. They're going to stack it up, and this time.
Wow.
I don't know who the ball carrier was. I
That's
think it was
number 34. Yeah.
Antonio Forrest.
I think this is a no-brainer for Coach Kreisky. I would definitely get number 2 back in the game. Yep, Desmond Smith. Just as can't get the words out quick enough. Here he comes.
So rolling the bones on 4th down and 1, I believe. Can they pick up a first down here? Doesn't matter.
No.
As Desmond Smith trots into the end zone for the first score of the game. And Centennial takes the early lead, 6-0 on the Desmond Smith dive from about a yard out. Good start for the Centennial Cougars, Paul Breece.
Yeah, absolutely. The passing game was pretty efficient. The running game with Desmond Smith was on point.
There again, you see the replay.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where you don't want to out-trick yourself, just run it up the gut. And
point after is good, so Centennial on top early. 7-0 here with 8:16 to go in the first period. There you see the whiteout tonight at Centennial High School. The Centennial student section. Been hyped up today, had a big pep rally in the gym today. There we are, way up high on the press box.
It's getting more crowded up here than originally thought. Yeah.
Well, it's the third week of school, Paul Breece, and it's about time for all of us to catch cold.
Yeah.
And I am not immune, so if I sound a little like Barry White tonight, that's why. If Barry White was still of this earth, I suppose. So there you see our early score, 7-0. Centennial against the Rutherford County Smyrna Bulldogs.
Johnny Crouch, set to tee it up.
Looking forward tonight to seeing number 8 played Dallas Walker, big 6'4", 285-pound tight end.
Number 22, Emerson
Has
Combs.
committed to Texas A&M for the Bulldogs.
Well, he was playing D-line, and you didn't even know it. Centennial O-line did a pretty good job on it.
So set to kick it away, and there will be no return.
And that's a touchdown.
And now it's the Bulldogs' try as they start 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, let's see if the Centennial defense has a little better start than last week. First play against Ravenwood, 80-yard touchdown. And that can definitely change your attitude, and as you come out hyped up, ready to go and burst the bubble, Ravenwood Raptors. See what happens here.
So a quick give inside. Smyrna with some nice running room and about a 12-yard pickup. Zeraway Johnson, 5'11", 190-pound senior.
Well, it wasn't 80 yards. It was 12 or 13, a pretty good start for the Bulldogs of Smyrna there.
So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Quick toss out to number 28. That is Jordan Johnson, and Johnson's got a little daylight up close to a first down before he's wrestled down by number 42. That is Forrest Dangler.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, the way these two offenses have been going very early in the first quarter kind of reminds me of the game we had last year with Independent Centennial. What was the final score, like 62 to 49?
Yeah, they had a basketball score last year. So Tavian Tigg, the left-handed quarterback for the Bulldogs. Again, a nice little hole for Jameer Eaton. Number 25 is 5'9", 155-pound junior.
Jameer Eaton on the carry.
So the Bulldogs able to march it just as effectively, seemingly, as the Centennial Cougars, as we take close to 7 minutes here in the first quarter. A lot of offensive action. Again,
that's a little better stop.
The Cougars sniffed that out with a couple of D linemen.
Rises up for Centennial. A short gain. Be 7 down and long.
There you see Cooper Allen, linebacker, coming away in with the tackle. There's the Centennial defensive starter. Alex Johnson, Trevor Anderson, Christian Bledsoe, Alex Steele, looking for big things out of him. Cooper Allen, Xavier Pickens, Forrest Dangler, Leo Gearhart, Kevin Townsend, Joe Nelson, and Tucker Tremaine round out the defensive front for the Cougs.
Oh, there's your tight end right there.
There's Big Walker. Pass went to him. All 6'4" of him, unable to come up with it as he trots off.
Well, this is a great situation for Centennial. They've, wouldn't say been run over here in this first series, but having that second down stop, making it 2nd and 10, helps your defense a lot. And now we're 3rd and 9.
So 3rd down and 9 from the Centennial 47. Tiggs again in the backfield. 2 receivers to his right. He looks right, fires with that left hand, got his man, but will fall short of the first down, and the referee comes in and says it skipped off the carpet. So incomplete pass and forces Centennial to have to punt the ball.
Check that, Smyrna.
Or Smyrna has to punt the ball.
Absolutely.
Pass looked to be in the grasp of number 28, Jordan Johnson, but apparently skipped off the ground and they called it incomplete. So the Bulldogs set to kick it away, and Centennial once again will have possession here. This will roll deep into Centennial territory.
Nice punt.
Smyrna will kill it at the 5-yard line.
The ball's down at the 5-yard line. That's touched dead by number.
These Bulldogs went 7-4 last year. As we mentioned earlier, they lost to East Nashville last week, 42-0. As we waited again for the offensive action, although Centennial lost that game 49-21 last weekend to Ravenwood, a good sign as you take a look at Coach Matt Kreisky, a good sign is they tied the second half 14-14 against Ravenwood last week. So something to build on as we get into week 2. Again, the jet sweep, and this time Smith looking for daylight. Does a lot of east-west running, but very little north-south, and he's run out of bounds.
Well, again, it's positive yardage for the Cougar offense, and that's what you're looking for on first down, for sure.
Oh, they will give him the first down. Looks like he ran a long way for that 10 yards. But nevertheless, 1st and 10 now from the 15-yard line. Marcel again to give up the gut. Again to Desmond Smith, and we've got a Smyrna player down on the field.
Tackled by Skylar Kugel. He's 2nd and 5. You have an injured Bulldog.
So we'll take time to tend to the injured Smyrna player. That may be big number 8, Dallas Walker.
Well, that
the big tight end we were talking about a second ago.
That'd be a huge loss for the Bulldogs. You said he's committed to Texas A&M?
That's what they said on the coaches' show today.
Wow.
Maybe a hard verbal commitment. I don't know if anything's official yet.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Williamson County football back in full force, obviously, and tonight Ravenwood is going to play at Blackman in a battle of what I would say top 10 teams for sure in 6A. It will be interesting to see how the Raptors respond. They are loaded top to bottom in their roster. I mean, these guys have been building for this year for 2 years. Taking their lumps per se.
Eli, sorry.
No, go ahead. That is definitely not a single 8. There's a 5 attached to it.
So that is Eli Fletcher, 318 pounds of him. Big senior, and he is slow to get up as the trainers tend to him.
And another interesting contest that, you want to mention is Riverdale, Murfreesboro Riverdale at Franklin. Franklin, with the changing of the guard, so to speak, at quarterback, with Guy Lipscomb now in charge. Previous quarterback Josh Nichols moves to wide receiver. They handily beat a Siegel team last week. And, Franklin always pretty good on the defensive side of the ball. Ended up putting 34 on the board. It'll be interesting to see how they do against traditional power Murfreesboro Riverdale.
Remember Guy running track for me as a 7th grader all those years ago.
Well, I believe he's committed to play baseball at Belmont University.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Good for him. Way to go, Guy Lipscomb. So 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. We have things ready to go again. Marcel again with 3 receivers to his left, but doesn't matter as Smith again being the workhorse tonight.
Handoff to number 2.
Swings out wide to his left, picks up a couple of yards perhaps.
Well, the one thing you may see on that or not is that when he gets initially tackled, he's falling forward. And so in high school where the playbook is not as large as college and pro, and some coaches do have some playbooks that are huge for sure, but the 3rd and 3, you got a lot more options.
Cougars again as Marcel attempts to draw the Bulldogs offside with a hard count. Looks over to his sideline, gets his play. Again, spread him out, 3 receivers to his right. But never mind, because here comes Smith again. Got a little daylight. Tries to spin away from the tackle, but can't do it. Had plenty of green in front of him as he's dropped at the 35, enough for the first down.
Pretty good open tackle by the Smyrna cornerback, Jordan Johnson. Without him wrapping it up, could have been ugly.
Hey, take a look at it again. Smith kind of picks his way through that crowd, and he was off to the races right there. Save number 28 on the tackle. That was Jordan Johnson, who stopped the long gainer. But 1st and 10 from the Centennial 35-yard line. Marcel back to pass.
Wow.
And that pass hauled in. Nicely done. Cannon Plowman,
the sophomore, this kid is going to be, he's got a lot of football ahead of him. He's showing it off right now. I tell you what, I think Marcel, I'm not sure, 7 of 7? Has he made an incompletion? Did I miss? I mean, the guy has been on point.
He was chased out of the pocket down here.
That's right. That's right.
I thought he may have, but he has been on target for the most part tonight.
His O-line giving him plenty of time.
Smith again, up the gut, spins away, loses the football. This is what Coach Kreisky talked about, is winning the turnover battle, and it looks like Centennial may have lost it right there. And sure enough, the ball goes over on the Desmond Smith fumble.
Well, I think that was Dallas Walker, number 8. The D1 commit, stripping the ball. So we see it right here. I mean, he just was the old school, I'll take that, and Smyrna with a little life.
So here come the Bulldogs again. To give over the top to number 5, that's Zero-Way Johnson.
It's a pickup of about 5.
Picks up about 5 yards on the play, close to the 43-yard line. So Smyrna in business, looking to tack on, answer that Centennial score. They're not going to do it right there as that Centennial defense closes down the hole and drops the ball carrier.
Another handoff to Johnson at the middle. But he's bottled up by number 31.
Jordan Johnson again on the carry. And Pickens again on the stop for Centennial.
It'll be 3rd and about 4 for Centennial.
So big 3rd down now for Centennial. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Tiggs again over the top.
Wow.
And missed his big receiver, Dallas Walker.
Yeah, how about this, wide open?
Walker had plenty of daylight in front of him.
I believe that's the second target toward the big guy, and he's come up empty. And that's a tough play right there because he's got the quarterback, Tavian Tigg, the lefty, rolling to the right. So, not great, and the Cougars hold off the turnover. So
the incomplete pass brings up the punt situation for Smyrna, and the Cougars will a dangerous reception down there. They'll catch it right inside the 15-yard line.
No fair catch needed, I guess.
And take over 1st and 10.
Tackle by Douglas Fletcher for Smyrna. Coming up, it'll be a first down for Centennial.
We'll be at Independence High School next week.
All right.
To watch, again, these Cougars in action.
Oh, back-to-back, okay.
As they play the Independence Eagles. Indy tonight taking on Christ Presbyterian Academy over on Old Hickory Boulevard.
They've had a tough first 2 games. Summit, who I think is a sleeper of a football team.
Again, nearly picked off, targeted for Eli Cornett.
Hit him in the worst spot possible, the hands.
Was Grayson Marcel's pass fall is incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, the Independence, man, well, playing CPA is one thing, but Summit High School, the Twins.
The Twins graduated from Spring Station, right?
Yep.
What are their names again? I can't remember.
Dustin and Keaton Wade.
Dustin and Keaton Wade. Look forward to watching them
They are the real deal.
Marcel in trouble, tries to spin away from it, and Smyrna nothing doing as they drop him inside the 15-yard line. And now the Cougars a little behind the chains, not quite used to this after their first couple of offensive possessions.
You know, this is a one of the times where you look around and you think, where's Jariel Wilson at? This guy could bail us out of a lot of bad situations. And we wish him the best of luck. I think he's at Austin Peay State University.
Jariel, fun to watch last year. 1.5 to go here in the first. They give this time again to Smith. Looking for a little daylight. Finds some daylight. And we will
count
race.
Count the numbers. 86. You better get on your
Smith,
horse.
Does he have it? He does. Desmond Smith. An 86-yard touchdown run for Desmond Smith.
Give it up for...
We're waiting on that foot race to see if the quarterback from Smyrna could catch him, and he couldn't.
Josh Jones, number 14, gave it the old college try.
Well, there's Desmond Smith. He has 2 of those in as many weeks now. One last week against Ravenwood for 80 yards, and now one this week against Smyrna for 86 yards. And the PAT is good, and Centennial now with a nice lead, 14-0, as we tick close to a minute to play here in the first quarter.
Well, that is a beautiful shot right there. The stands with the sunset going down. And here's the play. You know, 3rd and 10, what do? A little halfback draw. Just see if you can get a little momentum. Maybe get yourself out of a dangerous punting situation. You got some great blocks by the receivers down there. And then after that, we'll talk to you later. Desmond Smith, I think he thinks he's got it, but Smyrna D-back Jones is going to make it a little bit interesting. But 86 yards later, Centennial up 14-0.
And it's time for another NAPCO kickoff.
Well, Johnny Crouch, you know Johnny Crouch.
We had a great memory of Johnny Crouch.
I mean, the guy was, he was a go-to receiver, if I'm not mistaken, last year. Unless there's just been other Crouches rolling through this program.
So a little mix-up on the reception for the Bulldogs this time, but a little daylight, as I believe that is Emerson Combs.
You know who made that tackle? The kicker, Johnny Crouch.
Johnny Crouch. Well, we had last year, remember, Crouch had that long pass play of, I believe it was something like 70 yards, wasn't it?
Then he went down, kicked the extra point.
And then he had to go kick the extra point. His mother, Tammy Crouch, works in our front office here at Centennial High School. She and I, former classmates at Franklin High School.
All right.
Once upon a time. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. 1st and 10 now for Smyrna, 1:03 to go. I believe we have a new quarterback. And it is. That is 25. That is Eaton.
I think this is a hard Wildcat-only package.
So Eaton crosses the 35-yard line, and now Tig comes back out for Smyrna.
I was 99.9% sure that, one, Eaton was not going to throw it, and two, he was not going to stay in the game and be the designated quarterback.
So Tig and the Bulldogs have their work cut out for him. Big gainer now for Smyrna. That is Skyler.
That is a
Number
tough
5.
tackle.
Johnson once again, sorry.
Let's see, 13 for Tez Bedingfield for Centennial. I mean, he's going to be shaking the cobwebs off there.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 22 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Again, Tig fires to his right side and met immediately. Bedingfield is dropped.
Well, you know, sometimes coaches try to outdo themselves. Smyrna's run between the tackles pretty successfully, and all of a sudden they want to try to go outside the numbers. I think Centennial's got the best, their best athletes are out on the outside. So, hey, you want to try to play the chess match, Centennial's going to find you.
Well, there's our August sunset here on the stadium at Centennial High School. Centennial with a 14-0 lead against these Smyrna Bulldogs. My name's Michael Williams alongside my longtime buddy Paul Breece for this. I think this is my 4th season doing this.
Just 4?
Is it 4? Maybe 5.
I don't know.
I think you guys got me started with basketball.
Okay. All right.
2014 maybe.
I think this is like year 12 for me. I mean, I would love to say that I was just kidding.
But
seeing a lot of these high school guys up here next to me come and go. They're moving on to bigger and better things, obviously. You know, Lance, our guy, he was the one time he up here with us running the cameras, and now look at him. He's in charge.
He's signing our checks. There you see the pass play, as it's number 31, Xavier Pickens. Called his name a couple of times tonight.
I think Lance purposely ran that replay so we'd stop talking about it.
We have lucked out on the weather as
Absolutely.
well. Last week we had a nice breezy August 23rd, and tonight we are sitting pretty in the mid-70s. Beautiful sunset here over the Cool Springs area. And again, Centennial snips out the ball. Ball comes out, and Centennial comes away with it.
Christian Bledsoe, I think 45 was the first Cougar that made the initial hit.
And
we'll check that replay right there. Michael
Eden
Williams
loses the ball, and Centennial coach comes crashing through his players with the turnover belt.
Uh-oh. Is that what we got?
And we got the turnover belt. There it is.
Now, I wonder if that thing is from Target or if that's, you know, hey.
That might be
a
World
handmade
Wrestling Federation. So mix up on the play is as the Cougars want a timeout.
Well, you know, it's always fun to see the initiatives of the turnover. You know, I saw last night on Twitter, Moorhead State and OVC school, they had this cane. I mean, you know, it's just different. Not to say that, not to say anything negative toward Butch Jones, but, you know, the trash can was obviously not a good play. And so 11:54 here in the second quarter. I mean, if the Cougars can put another one on the board before halftime, maybe it's 2.
They'd be sitting pretty.
That would be a Definitely, definitely different halftime talk than last week. I mean, you're rolling into halftime down 35-7.
So you're inside the 50-yard line. Townsend or Marcel in trouble, flips it away.
Oh, wow.
And the catch is made, however possible. That was ridiculous.
And that one's going to be watched on film, and Coach Kreisky is going to just say,
nope,
don't do that again.
Don't do that anymore. As Eli Cornett comes away with a circus catch there. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Probably don't draw them up like that, but that's the way that one ended up. So 2nd down and 6. And again, that looks like Smith, and he runs into a pile of people there at the 45-yard line.
Now here comes the 3rd down and 6 situation.
Tackle ball number 8. Dallas Walker for Smyrna.
So 3rd down and 6 now. Does Centennial find themselves? Marcel
here comes the
pass,
screen.
and that
nicely read.
Sniffed out nicely by Smyrna.
Jameer Eaton, the junior, number 25 for Smyrna. And this is going to be our first chance to see the punt team for the Cougars.
So the Cougars struggling offensively on that drive. Stalls out at the 45-yard line, and they'll have to kick it away. Holding a 14-0 lead now.
Carter Potts.
Eaton, I believe, again set to receive. Punts away, and Eaton calls everybody off, and he'll take it just inside the 15-yard line.
Number 25, Eaton, takes the fair catch for Smyrna.
So here come the Bulldogs again, looking to put some points on the board.
Yeah, Smyrna offensively, when they have run between the tackles, gotten some pretty good chunks of change. When they've decided to do things outside the tackles, it hasn't been very successful.
So 1st and 10 now. Quick give inside, a little daylight now for the
between the tackles.
Running back, I believe that is again.
Number 14, Josh Jones on the carry. Tackle by number 15, Cooper Allen.
Well, forgive me, Bulldogs fans. I
1st and 10 for Smyrna.
Lost out on your running back there. But nevertheless, 1st and 10.
Good news is no running back right here. Well, maybe a little jet sweep to the outside.
Eaton again. This time he is dropped at the 25-yard line as a host of Cougars.
Coach Matt Williamson and the Smyrna Bulldogs trying to, I guess keep things honest about trying to run outside, but
Joe Nelson.
I think you got the advantage in between the tackles.
No gain. Will be 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So the Bulldogs come up empty on the carry. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Ticking close to 10 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Tiggs again fires away. Has his man. And again close to the 1st down.
Sometimes it's not pretty, but that was pretty effective. He knew exactly where his receiver was going to be and put it right on the money.
Emerson Combs.
Yeah, we'll see right here. I think it's zone coverage by Centennial, so the Bulldog receiver just found the open area and a 2-3-step drop. And the Bulldogs moving the chains here.
1st and 10 now from the 36-yard line. Tiggs, that's again the ball carrier, I believe, again, number 25, Eaton. And he'll punch it.
Johnson takes the snap.
Sorry, Zaraway Johnson on the carry. Punches it close to the 40-yard line.
3 will be 2nd down and 7.
So 2nd down, 7. Tiggs again rolling to his left, firing to his left, and that ball will fall incomplete.
Well, that time they rolled him to his strong side, and number 10 for the Bulldogs, Brady Collins, the tight end, open, just couldn't connect. So a huge 3rd down, Michael Williams.
So the Bulldogs looking to stay alive here. 8:53 on going in the 2nd quarter. Tiggs again. He'll roll to his left, fires to his left, has his man, but caught and dropped out of bounds.
Yep, Emerson Combs, the receiver.
Combs again unable to come up with it, and the Bulldogs once again have to punt it away.
That's 4th down for Smyrna.
Ball snapped way over the punter's head.
This could be issues.
And we've got some trouble.
Wait a minute. No.
Smyrna's got some trouble, however, as the punter, number 9, that is Skylar Cagle. He's dropped inside the 10-yard line, and Centennial, once again, with great field position.
Well, that's number 30 for Centennial. You want to give it a shot?
Xavier Pickens.
No. 30?
For Centennial?
Yeah, number 30.
Oh, excuse me.
Chris?
There you see the
Yagbona. I apologize, but I had to give it a shot.
So Centennial again inside the 10-yard line. And Smith tries to spin away from one tackle, can't do it a second time.
Well, Smyrna is definitely getting a little wiser to the fact that where 2 goes, you better follow it.
By number 15, for Smyrna. 2nd down and goal for the Cougars.
So can't tell if it's a loss on the play. I believe it's a loss of about 3 yards. Marcel now, 3 receivers to his left. Doesn't matter as Smith has the ball.
That was the play they had scored on from 86.
Smith again saw the doors opening up, but they closed just as quickly as he's tripped up right at the 10-yard line.
Now, I would keep your eye on the guy at the bottom of the screen, number 7, Cannon Plowman. But Smyrna's going to call a timeout. They realized Desmond Smith wasn't in the game, and they were like, okay, now what do we do? The guy we want to cover, not in the game? So should we guard?
So Coach Matt Williams calls his crew over to the side. You know, these Smyrna Bulldogs, they do boast a state championship.
In
football.
Yep. Sonny Gray, am I right? Sonny Gray was the quarterback?
Did he win a state title?
Sonny Gray was the quarterback for the Smyrna Bulldogs. Did he win a title? I don't know, but he was he was definitely the most famous Smyrna Bulldog quarterback that I can remember.
Pitches for the New York Yankees now, is that?
Well, he's been traded a few times.
Has he?
I think he's with the Cincinnati Reds.
Ah, okay.
Cincinnati Reds, which is okay because they still get paid the same, win or lose. And Sonny Gray doing okay.
He can pick up the dinner tab.
By the concession stand.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested, my favorite flavor is watermelon.
Third down here for Centennial now.
Uh-oh, gonna
Marcel rolls to his right, looking for his
him.
man, and I think the ball may have been tipped at the line.
Marcel's pass. Intended for number 22, Eli Cornett.
So Coach Kreisky will send on his field goal unit.
Centennial sends the kicking team on the
Carter
field.
Potts.
I believe this is Carter Potts.
Yeah.
Number 19.
And I believe this will be a,
On to kick a field
do
goal.
my math for me, Coach, 34-yard
Let's
try.
do it. Let's do it. That's 11 plus 17.
Number 10,
28.
28, excuse me.
28 from the left hash. That could be an issue.
Snap is
Nope.
down, kicks
Beautiful.
away,
Beautiful.
and straight and true. So Centennial
Absolutely.
now
With 7:16.
tacks on another
Second quarter. The score.
3 points.
Off the missed snap on the punt by Smyrna. So
So the mistake
Yeah.
cost the Bulldogs
only 3.
3 points.
You know,
Could have been
Centennial
a
had
lot worse.
Yeah, Centennial had a turnover early. Didn't cost him any points. Smyrna turns it over. Going to cost you 3. You know, I was looking down the roster, Michael Williams, and you may want to correct me, maybe not. You know, my eyes are not as good as they used to be.
I'm the one that typically needs that correction.
I don't see a Katina.
A Katina.
Now, the Katinas always have seen their way onto the Centennial roster. Are they out of Katinas? I don't. A long line of Katina football players at Centennial since I've been around.
Centennial High School, the most diverse high school in all of Williamson County.
There you go. What's the student population this year?
I believe we're looking at around 1,200.
No, 1,200. That's smaller than a couple of middle schools.
Is that right?
This is 6A football, Michael Williams. You got to at least have 1,600.
Well,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
trouble now for the Cougars, and the ball comes free, but I
Wait a
believe
minute. No.
dribbled out of bounds.
Now, jokingly, I say that, but
The kick return by number
maybe 1,200
45.
freshmen.
I don't know. I know I've got about 130 of them.
There you
Number
go.
26.
There you go. I know Coach Kreisky in the coaches show on our WCTV had mentioned that numbers
That's our Farmers.
have been not a problem or an issue, but you know he's got about 65 varsity players. Where you look at Ravenwood and Brentwood, and they have 100 between JV varsity. So you know that's just a problem that he seems to be fighting. But he says he's excited about the freshman class that have 40. So he's got 40 on the freshman team. In years past, he's had 25, and he said even last year he only had 20. So, and he's really high on that freshman class, and sees a lot of big things happening with those guys. Says he even dresses 3 of them for varsity.
Nice hold for number 20.
Number 13, Josh Jones picks his way into the
For
second
Jones as he gets into about the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
Brings up a first down for Smyrna.
You know, I'm a former football coach turned to golf, but I can tell you right now, Smyrna, keep it between the tackles, my friends. You're going to gain some yards.
Seems to be working for them thus far. And
I mean, that's not a bad 3-4 yards.
Now modest pickup for Smyrna as we tick close to 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Jones again on the carry.
Tackled by number 26, Luke.
I think he's Smyrna running back there. Josh Jones is going to limp off the field, and he's the guy that almost chased down Smith on that
long
run. So he would be a huge loss.
Eaton again. He's got some daylight, and he's up close to the first down. Needs to get to about the 45-yard line, but he's dropped just shy of it.
Smyrna. Tucker Tremaine on a tackle for Centennial. We 3rd and 1
So it brings up 3rd down and 1, big 3rd down for
Yeah.
Centennial. Can they hold right here and get these Bulldogs off the field? Smyrna hungry for some points.
As you see, Centennial only used 3 down linemen, and then they have basically 3 linebackers.
Eaton again, he's got the 1st down and much more as he goes straight up the gut.
Man.
From 45 yards away. Jameer Eaton for the 45-yard touchdown puts Smyrna on the board. And you see some of the Smyrna crowd made their way up from Rutherford County on I-24.
Maybe took a little 840 to get here.
Took a little 840, I'm sure. We had the Battle of 840 last week between Page and Fairview. So on for the PAT. Antikas Minas.
And number 3, Landon Miller keeps it through. That makes the score with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
17-7 now our new score. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining.
Well, there you see it, Paul Breece.
Yeah, here's the play. You know, and you can't really see it on the screen, but you had 3 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Another linebacker was on the strong side. They ran it to the weak side, and they had more blockers than defenders, and it was off to the races for the Smyrna Bulldog running back. And that was, you know, Jameer Eaton, and that was after the fact that Josh Jones had previously gone out the previous play, you know, with an injury. So
Eaton finds daylight, and Smyrna's on the board with the touchdown. Centennial maintaining the 10-point edge. Smith and Townsend now set to receive for the Cougars.
Deep to receive for the Cougars, number 2, Desmond Smith, and number 3, Kevin Townsend. Noah Shaw's set to kick off.
Noah Shaw's kicks it short. Not short enough, though. And I believe that is Smith on the take, and he's up across the. No, check that, Kevin Townsend on the take. He is up past the 45-yard line.
Douglas Belcher. That'll be a Farmer's 1st down for Centennial.
So Centennial with some nice field position here. 4:44 to go in the second quarter. Marcel now. 2 receivers left, 2 right. He's in trouble. Finds his 1 receiver and has to skip it on the ground.
Marcel's pass intended for number 3, Kevin Townsend.
Well, now you're in an interesting play calling situation. You just got scored on pretty quick. 17-7, now it's 2nd and 10. The clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Do you keep the ball on the ground, try to churn some of this time out, head to the house?
But I don't know. I think you keep the foot on the gas. Here's Smith again. Finds a little green on the right side.
Well, and he runs out of bounds.
Chased out of bounds.
Number 2, Desmond Smith.
Bringing a 3rd down situation.
Emerson Combs.
And from our advantage point, it looked like about a 3rd and 2, but they're marking it about 3rd and 4, maybe 5.
So 4 minutes to go here in the second. Centennial needs to reach about the 48-yard line for a 1st down. Marcel again with 3 receivers to his left, and he's got one of them.
1st down, great catch.
The big 1st down.
Emerson Combs with the tackle But that's a Farmers first down.
Eli Cornett.
So Cornett picks up the first, crosses the 50-yard line, took a big hit from the Smyrna cornerback. But the Cougars back in business with a first down on Smyrna's side of the field. High snap for Marcel. He's got to roll out to his right, looking for somebody. Lofts it, and pass is caught, but it's out of bounds.
Man. And that was a good directing of traffic by Marcel.
The Townsville. It's complete, but out of bounds.
We'll bring up second down and
10
10
for Centennial.
from the 49-yard line. So second down and 10 now. Marcel, 2 receivers left, 2 right. Looks to his right.
He got him.
Flushed out, and pass is going to fall incomplete. Smyrna getting some good pressure up the middle. One of those big defensive linemen.
Again, that play was without Desmond Smith. So you see how important he is to have in the game. Even if they don't go to him, all the attention is definitely drawn his direction.
Well it should be. Mentioned before, he had an 80-yard touchdown run last weekend against Ravenwood, and turns around this weekend with an 86-yard scamper to pay dirt. So third down and 10 for Centennial. Marcel once again in trouble. Rushed out of his pocket and tries to throw it away. Heaves it out of bounds, and they're going to throw a flag on that.
Yeah, that's
going to be intentional grounding.
I would be shocked that they would not have called that in the grass, but
Will be intentional grounding.
So Smyrna, after a stellar start on their opening drive, and the Smith 86-yard run, they've really gone kind of anemic here in the second quarter offensively.
Yeah. Yep, the Cougars have definitely had a difficult time, and Smyrna has definitely stepped up to the plate.
To receive is 25.
So the Cougs set to kick it away again. Punt is away, and it's going to fall short of the receiver, take a Smyrna bounce, and the Cougars will have to pounce on it there at the 40-yard line. See what I did there, Cougars pounce?
Yeah, absolutely. Play on words.
Thank you. English teacher. That's why I got the population of our school so badly wrong a little while ago. I don't do math.
No, that's okay.
So Smyrna again, looking to tack on a few more points, see if they can even this thing up before halftime.
Telling you what, I don't know if Matt Williams heard me up here to keep it between the tackles, but I think that's about 4 straight plays in a row that he's run right behind the guard.
So Zairway Johnson, the 5'11", 190-pound senior, picks up about 5 yards on the play. He'll take it yet again.
Yeah.
And this time finds a little daylight, and he is up inside the 40-yard line of Centennial.
Wow.
So a big pickup and a big first down with 2:30 to go.
But that'll be a first down for Smyrna.
The running game is definitely caught on for the Bulldogs.
And they are finding some opportunities in the middle of that Centennial defensive front. And they'll try it yet again. Here's Eaton again. Number 25.
Johnson again on the carry.
Or that Johnson yet again. Sorry about that.
Number 45.
I mean, it's just
It'll be second down.
You know, it's basically you take the running back, they move him to one side or the other.
Eaton yet again finds some
on
the left side, and that ball comes out.
Very fortunate.
Big Walker, Dallas Walker comes away with the recovery. And we'll have a timeout. Smyrna calls it with 1:51 to go in the second quarter.
Very, very fortunate for Smyrna.
Hey Centennial Cougars, this is CHS cheerleader Piper Gamble here to let you know
Coach
that
Kreisky
this
trying to
CHS timeout is sponsored by Brick's Wood Fire Pizza. Not only does Brick's Wood
get some
Fire
answers
Pizza
down there
care about making
defensively.
the best pizza, salads, sandwiches, and pasta, they also care about the community.
The battle of the fighting Matts tonight. Matt Kreisky, the head coach of Centennial, and Matt Williams, the head coach of the Smyrna Bulldogs. Coach Kreisky in his 4th season at Centennial.
Raffle tickets from your Cougar softball team. They're selling them tonight. Prices are $10 for 1 ticket, 4 tickets for $30, and 10 tickets for $50. Drawing will be held at the home football game at halftime on November 1st.
You know, Smyrna is starting to kind of, what do they say, they run downhill. Those offensive linemen are definitely starting to get a little comfortable in blocking the person across from them.
So Johnson again, big
Wow, look
run.
at that guy go.
Runs over Centennial Cougars up to the 20-yard line.
How many is that, about 4 in a row for him?
Thereabouts. That is the workhorse.
And I tell you what, Centennial's trying to sub.
And again, Johnson, we got a flag on the play, and they blow that one up.
Yeah.
Tried to catch Centennial napping there.
They definitely caught him napping.
And I think they may have jumped the gun.
I think they had 12 on the field.
They may have. Or it could have.
Or 13.
So, yep.
Legal substitution.
No, they call that on Centennial.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
Smyrna had it going, and Centennial was trying to sub, and some of the big guys just couldn't make it off the field in time.
So credit Smyrna for keeping their foot on the gas. They've got the ball first and 5 now from the 15-yard line following the penalty. Johnson again runs into the pile, and he's close to the 10-yard line, close to a first down.
You know, I'm kind of may go against my words when I said, you know, coaches try to outdo themselves sometime, and
not Matt Williams.
Matt Williams has decided, hey, I'm going to ride. Will they fake it to him and let the quarterback keep it?
Stop us if you can.
No. And they're coming off the edge now.
Johnson again close to the first down. And
number 26, Luke Quaker.
So they'll give Johnson a breather, and Eaton comes in. He with a 45-yard touchdown run just a little while ago. Tiggs again.
All right,
puts one receiver in motion, and this time it's Eaton.
On 3rd down.
And crosses the 10-yard line as Smyrna players point first down, and referee confirms it.
What's our time up there?
So we are at 48 seconds to go here in the second.
It's first down.
Can these Bulldogs punch it in? Eaton again. Stop us if you can, Centennial. And they do on that play.
And normally when you've been running the ball successfully, it's the D-line that's tired. That time it looked like the Bulldogs the Cougars had one last burst of energy right there, and they stopped the Bulldogs' rush right there.
33 seconds to go in the second quarter.
33 seconds. I mean,
that is Smyrna's last timeout.
What do you think, Michael Williams?
Well, Smyrna calls their final timeout.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, you may throw one up in the air right here. You may fake the run and maybe maybe look at Dallas Walker, number 8, huh?
Maybe we've called his name because he is the Texas A&M commit.
Yeah, and I'm thinking that, throw him out there and see if he can catch it. I don't think he's going as a tight end, is he?
Well, he's listed as a tight end.
Yeah.
But
well, he's not out there.
The young man goes 6'4", 285.
I would think that maybe D-line maybe is.
So Smyrna putting their cards on the table here. 33 seconds remaining.
There it is, the hot
Tiggs.
pass. Where in the world?
And just a bit outside.
Thank you, Bob Huker. Matt.
28 seconds to go in the second
Wow,
quarter.
oh, wow.
Be third
Tavian
and
Tig.
That is a reference to only children from the 70s and 80s.
That's right. The junior quarterback with the high relief. Now he's saying, here you go, Tavian. I got you somebody that could maybe catch it.
Well, these Bulldogs definitely in the market for a touchdown as opposed to a field goal. Want to close this gap before halftime.
Well, you got to throw it no matter what, because if you run it, you may not have enough time for a timeout. He's got to get out of bounds.
And does get out of bounds. Can't see.
Oh, and a flag. And a flag.
Got a late hit, I think we do. So Collins on the reception for Smyrna, and that's going to.
That was 4th and goal. Or this is going to be 4th and goal. Half the distance against Centennial would make it to about the 1. Face mask. So now we got a dicey situation for the. I mean, all the pressure rides on the Bulldogs coaching staff right now. What are they going to do? The kicker says, "I'm ready, coach." Now they're going to walk it to the. I mean, literally.
Coach Lance rewinding our tape.
Let's see what we got here.
And maybe a head-to-head right there. Nope, there's the face mask. There. Flings him out.
Wow. Now here, listen. Centennial Cougars stop right here. Huge win.
Big time, and they do it.
Yep.
Johnson.
Oh, nope. I was 3rd down. What in the world?
Well, we had 4th down on the. We got 12 seconds to go. Smyrna's got to get ready. And under 9, got to go with it. And
that's unbelievable call.
Is there the stop? Or do they call it?
Well, they're going to stop the clock.
And I believe they stopped it. So the Cougars hold fast, stopping Smyrna dead in their tracks on the goal line.
Wow, some questionable call right there. But you know what? That's old school. I used to always give the coaches a hard time. Why in shotgun when it's 4th and, 1 from the 1? Why do you go in shotgun? Matt Williams says, you know what? I'm going under center. My quarterback's a pretty big guy. And just didn't pay off for him. But it was one of those obvious things that once you saw the quarterback walk up under center. You see right there, just.
So 2 seconds to go. Smyrna, or Centennial rather, they've got to get it out from the shadow of their own end zone. And will they call a safety right here?
Yes,
and
they do. Wow. What a turn of events. This is unbelievable.
So Smyrna comes in and tackles Marcel in the end zone. I don't know what he was trying to drop back or.
No, he was trying to push forward. And, I mean, Smyrna does not come up with any points on the offensive side. Gives Centennial the ball at the 1. Centennial tries to do what Smyrna did, just run the quarterback sneak to run the clock out.
Well, Smyrna already trotting off the field, so they did manage to put 2 points on the board.
And gets the safety, and you know what? They're only now within 1 score.
So there you go. There's our halftime scores. Centennial 17 after the safety, Smyrna 9, and we are back after halftime. You're watching the WCTV game of the week. Back for second half action here at Centennial High School, where the Centennial Cougars hold a 17-9 edge over the visiting Smyrna Bulldogs. Welcome back to the second half. My name is Michael Williams. Alongside my partner, Paul Breece, we are here for this second Friday night of the season, the WCTV game of the week. Coach Breece, as we get started, take us through what we saw.
I tell you what we saw, Centennial offense on a hot start. Quarterback Marcel was just throwing dimes. Jumped out 17-0. Smyrna says, hey, I think we're having pretty good success running the ball. They decided to run the ball, went down and scored. And then there was a melee at the end where Smyrna couldn't punch it in on a 4th and 1 from the 1, gave it to Centennial. Centennial tried to just take a quarterback keeper. They got knocked backwards. They got a safety. We're inside 1 score. Here we go.
Carter Potts sets to kick it away to Emerson Combs. He'll take it about the 5-yard line. finds a crease, and a little daylight finds some more daylight, and it could be off to the races for Combs. And I think it is 2015, 10-5, end zone, touchdown, Smyrna. What they were looking for so much. They were so close there in the second quarter, time after time after time, and exactly what Centennial did not need to open this second half.
It's such a game of momentum swings. I mean, Centennial defensively at the very end of the second quarter, right before half, stops Smyrna at the 1. Smyrna gets Centennial on the safety. They ride the momentum into the locker room. They come out, get the kickoff, run it back. And if you thought he was going to be caught, there was no way. They usually make the fastest kid bring the returns out. And I tell you what, we are a 2-point conversion away from being a very, very interesting ball game.
So here are the Bulldogs again. Tiggs, the big left-hander, rolling to his left, firing, and that one is knocked down. So for the time being, I'll just get it right in a second. Centennial still holding a 2-point edge following the 95-yard kick return.
That's enough to. That kick right there just ensured that they will never kick it to him again. So, man, a amazing turn of events. I mean, Centennial game in hand early in the second quarter, 17-0.
So Coach Kreisky again on the coaches show this afternoon, talking about special teams. Talked about turnovers, special teams. The Centennial has had a big turnover, and now they give up the long kickoff return for a score.
And you know, when you're in 6A football, you feel like you have the luxury that you could rest some of your kids on special teams. But little do you realize that special teams, it's probably about 20, 25 snaps a game. And so any of these things could really change the momentum of the game. And sure enough, Smyrna is back.
So again, the Bulldogs kick it short. And
He's
this
got
time,
a spot.
do we have another one? Here comes Smith.
Yes,
again.
sir.
And we've got back-to-back kick returns.
Wow. The momentum game continues. There is a flag, Michael Williams.
We do have a flag.
There is a flag.
Back at the 45-yard line. I believe that is Kevin Townsell. And he just realizes that his long kick return will likely be coming back.
Touchdown is good.
The touchdown is good.
Unsportsmanlike.
We got unsportsmanlike against Centennial.
Well, you know what?
So they're going to call Townsell, I bet, with the celebration in the end zone.
Well,
It's
amazing that the flag was thrown at the 40.
Yeah.
For something that happened 40 yards away.
Well, we believe that's what I'm going to theorize. Townsell got into the end zone. He was in the corner and did a little grandstanding.
You know
what?
I
don't know that I wouldn't have done that too after a long.
Absolutely. He probably saw his good friend Jario Wilson do the same thing back in the day.
So there you see Kevin Townsell, the 12th grader.
Nice little block there to get it going.
And he knows he's home free at this point.
Let's see if we can figure out anything.
And so that may have been what he was.
Man, what in the world?
What he was flagged for.
Man.
Tucker Tremaine will be the holder.
I don't know. Might have been a little.
Maybe
iffy,
somebody
but
different. I don't know. A lot of confusion going on.
Well.
Oh, my.
And now we've got a block PAT.
This will not be able to be picked up. Cannot do that in high school.
The extra point is no good.
So a lot of bizarre football.
I mean, where is the full moon? I am looking up, and I cannot see a full moon.
And we're 28 seconds into the third quarter.
I mean, well, I don't want to correct you on your math. 32 seconds.
32 seconds.
But you were exactly
You're
right.
right. My fault. You're exactly right.
I mean, you're right to the point of what's going on. Coach Kreisky wants a conversation. I think he felt like there should have been a legal substitution called. Well, either way, you're still only one possession up. Now, Coach Kreisky, go down to your special teams coach. You know what to do.
Well, now what? Do we play regular football?
Do not kick it to 22.
Or do we keep running back and forth across the field?
You know, all I did was mention the Independent Centennial game. And
that was what we call an anomaly.
Yeah. Emerson Combs, 22.
I can say anomaly, I just can't count backwards from.
You can't even. I couldn't even tell you what it means. So there you go. Is it a board game? It is not a board game. Okay.
So the penalty will back.
That's right. That's exactly
Centennial
right.
Back up to their
25-yard
line, and now you've got to be careful because
I mean,
Smyrna ran back that other
this
kickoff.
guy's. Hey, what is?
And now got it again and again, but Centennial able to sniff this out.
Man.
However, the Bulldogs, and a flag comes in late. I bet we have looks like we might have a face mask. I saw the ball carrier go down kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, when you get spun around like that. But Emerson Combs, the guy that returned the kickoff just earlier for Smyrna, did not get a touch right there.
Yep, that's what we'll have as a personal foul, face mask. So tack on another 15 yards.
Wow.
So this will put the ball in Centennial territory.
It'll be interesting to see now that they have Smyrna has the ball in Centennial territory. Will they go back to the run game in between the tackles and try to start pounding the rock again, where they had success with Mr. Johnson, number 5.
So Tiggs again back in the backfield for Smyrna.
Yep, keeping it
again,
simple.
Up the gut. And I believe this is Johnson yet again. He crosses the 40-yard line. Just shy of a first down.
On first down.
Uh-oh, and he's coming off a little slow.
Zero-way Johnson been the workhorse for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, it was Josh Jones, number 14, who started at the running back position for Smyrna. So Jameer Eaton, I think maybe the third running back here.
So Eaton again up the gut, and again Centennial, that defensive line holds right there as Eaton picks up maybe a yard on the play.
Here's the difference between Jameer Eaton and the other two. 5'9", 155, 155. He is probably going to be a little easier to take down in between the tackles.
But he the one with the 45-yard touchdown scamper in the first half.
Uh-oh.
Tiggs now trouble on the snap and has to chuck it. And
yeah, that's incomplete.
Snap on third down.
So the third down
Results in a fourth down
goes awry, and well, with as crazy as things have been here over the last minute or so, why not keep the offense on the field?
Yeah,
go right ahead. Fourth down and 4.
Absolutely.
Centennial already has one stop to their credit tonight. Do they have another one? And can't quite do it as number 28.
Pass complete to number 28.
Jordan Johnson.
Jordan Johnson comes up with the catch, and that'll be enough for the Bulldog first down, just outside the 30-yard line. First and 10 now as Tiggs looks over to his sideline. Sets his troops. Again, the give inside to Johnson, and the ball comes free.
Comes loose.
And Centennial comes away with it.
Number 42, Forrest Greenwell recovered
Wow.
So I guess they'll bring out the heavyweight belt again for Centennial.
Upcoming, we've got a Klingon Insurance Farmers first down.
Forrest Dingler, the man on the recovery.
So 1st and 10 for Centennial, 9:42 here in the first, or here in the third rather. That inside screen, and it looks like Smith again. Got a little daylight and still dances away, and he's up to midfield.
A tremendous job by Smith right there to hang on to the ball.
Well, check that. That was Kevin Townsend. Kevin Townsend, number 3.
Takes the ball out midfield.
No, heavens no. That was number 2. All day, every day.
He's tackled by number 15 for Smyrna.
Gotta be. I don't even see number 3 on the field.
Was it Kevin Townsend? Or?
No, that was Desmond Smith. I don't even see Kevin Townsend out there.
All right.
But I do see.
Marcel again. Here's Plowman.
Yeah, now he's.
So Cannon Plowman up to the 45.
Marcel's quick pass to number 7, Cannon Plowman, is complete.
There's my man, number 3.
There he is. Okay.
A pick of about 7. The second
Oh, that's a
down
great
for the
pickup.
Cougars.
And this is kind of the way Centennial started the game. Good
They
play
did,
calling.
tearing off big chunks of yardage. You're exactly
absolutely.
right. So Grayson Marcel again in the backfield. Smith again to the left side. And mighty close.
Desmond Smith on the carry.
And this guy is a tough young man to bring down. I mean, a load. Listed at 5'10", 170.
By number 5, Johnson.
So that's enough to move the chains. Gets it up to the Smyrna 40-yard line. So a couple of kick returns back-to-back to open the third quarter.
Down for the Cougars.
Smyrna had closed the gap to
2.
a 2-point deficit. And then another kick return by Centennial. Puts
Wow.
them ahead by 8 here. So Smith again, he's wrestled down as Smyrna says nothing doing.
Skylar Cagle, the D lineman, you know, when it's the high snap really just takes the timing off right there.
Skylar Cagle.
Marcel does a good job reeling it in.
Down at 12, Centennial.
A loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 now. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third. Marcel now, 3 receivers to his right. Looks to his left. Again, this has been trouble tonight and nearly picked off as he threw it into a group of yellow helmets.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
Intended for number 7, Cannon Plowman.
Ball had plenty of zip on it. Looked good from where we were, but
It'll be 3rd down and 12.
missed his receiver, so brings up 3rd and 12.
Oh, you see Plowman dancing. He created enough time, but
I believe that was Plowman again,
yeah.
the intended receiver. Rolling right is Marcel in trouble, and he's sacked.
Douglas Belcher, senior linebacker, coming from the backside.
Grayson Marcel is sacked.
So Centennial unable to capitalize on the fumble recovery, and they'll have to punt it away. 4th down and 17.
4th down for Centennial.
Again, we've got these Centennial Cougars next weekend, next Friday night. Coach Breece and myself on the call down at Independence High School for our first viewing of the Eagles of the 2019 campaign. Punts away, and this one will fall harmlessly out of bounds inside the 20-yard line where Smyrna will take over.
And away from the returner.
And away from the returner, absolutely.
No doubt about it. No
let's
return.
Not do that anymore.
They will take over 1st and 10.
Well, credit Smyrna for answering the bell, so to speak, after the lashing that they took last week to East Nashville. I think they had a total of 150 yards of offense. Tonight they have definitely crossed that number.
Eaton again, up the gut, crosses the 20-yard line, pickup of maybe 3 yards.
Number 25, Eaton carries for Smyrna.
I want to give a shameless plug to Gray's Restaurant, Gray's on Main tonight.
Are we allowed to do that?
I don't know. Hope I don't get fired because of that. My brother John Williams, the executive chef there, celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday, little brother.
Oh, nice.
Eaton again on that left side.
First down.
Again on the carry.
And he gets up to close to the 30-yard line.
Joe Nelson. But that'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Smyrna in a bit of a hurry here. Tiggs sets his troops, 2 receivers to his left. Doesn't matter, though. He gives it to Eaton again and finds some daylight. And again, Eaton breaks free and is spun down just on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big first down.
Number 13,
yeah.
Joe Nelson again on the stop for the Cougars.
Thought they had him, but Eaton able to
For the Bulldogs.
find a little daylight and make it up to the 50-yard line, or just inside the 50-yard line.
We have an injury.
And we've got an injured Cougar on the play.
Timeout on the field.
So halfway through the third quarter, we are.
Oh, yeah. Number 3,
Are you
Kevin Townsend.
talking like Yoda now?
We are. Yeah, is that
Halfway through the third quarter we are?
Yeah, yeah. You know, my 8-year-old son, or no, he's 12 now, 11. I don't know. I got so many kids. I can't keep up. But he was very hyped up for the Star Wars trailer. I couldn't tell you what number it is. I couldn't tell you the storyline anymore. It is definitely not the old school. I mean, you know, when you start a movie and you start with number 4, and you jump
lends to confusion.
I mean, and I'm not that guy. So.
Well, you saw Eaton's run there on the replay, and couldn't tell you who the injured Cougar player was, but marched off pretty easily, so hopefully everything's okay.
Exact
Eaton
same
again,
play right there.
off left tackle, and he's dropped just short of the 45-yard line.
Number 25, Eaton on the carries, tackled by number 15, Cooper Allen. Will be second down and 7 for the Bulldogs.
So we haven't seen Johnson lately. You called it, Paul Breece. You said he kind of hobbled off the field a little while ago. Tiggs again to his left side. He's got his man.
That's a great catch.
That is number 30, K.J. Whitney. We haven't called his name
no,
tonight.
Absolutely not.
That pass caught by number 30, K.J. Whitney. He's tackled by number 9.
Yeah, I believe that if you're a Smyrna Bulldog, Jameer Eaton is going to ride you home here in the last quarter and a half. And because Zario Johnson is, I think I kind of glanced over on the sideline. I thought I saw him have his helmet off.
So 1st and 10, 4:46 to go in the third. Eaton again, up the gut, crosses the 35-yard line.
Carry by number 25, Eaton again.
A pickup of about 3 yards.
It'll be second down and 6 for the Bulldogs.
There you see the back of Coach Kreisky's head. Second down and 6 for the Bulldogs. Tiggs rolling left, firing, and finds his man.
Now that's a D1 catch right there.
And that is big Dallas Walker, the big tight end. Mentioned his name earlier. He is an A&M commitment, Texas A&M commitment.
If you remember, Centennial Cougar went to Texas A&M and did some big things.
Drawing blank.
I was trying to set you up with a softball.
Oh.
Tyrell Dodson.
Tyrell Dodson.
Yeah. He's in the NFL now. So there you go.
Eaton again, up the gut and gets to the 15-yard line.
Number 15.
I believe Tyrell Dodson is a Buffalo Bill.
Lance, I'm sorry, buddy, but you are going to have to soak this headset in alcohol after tonight.
For the Bulldogs.
2nd down and 2 for Smyrna. The give inside to Eaton once again. Called his name a number of times this 3rd quarter.
That's number 25, Eaton, again
And
on the carry.
a couple of yards shy of the 10-yard line.
Stopped by a host of Centennial Cougars.
But that will be enough for the first down.
The first down. The 1st and 10 for Smyrna.
Bulldogs now in business inside the 15. They've had Centennial on their heels this entire drive. Tiggs with a couple of nice completions. And the workhorse, number 25, you see him again there.
Eaton again on the carry.
Jameer Eaton once again crosses the 10-yard line.
This is where Smyrna cannot get in a third and long situation. 2nd and 6 is okay. 3rd and 6 for them has been a problem.
Second down 6 from the 8. Once again, Jameer Eaton. Same play. My goodness, they have been running that and running that and running that.
Number 25, Eaton again on the carry.
What do they say?
And he's
You're not going to stop me. I'll keep doing it.
They're close to the 5-yard line.
It'll be 3rd down for the Bulldogs.
So Smyrna, again, they don't have to score here. They can reach the first down marker. They can do that, give themselves a nice new set of downs, and be back in business. But a big 3rd down here. If they can convert, and here comes the reverse, a little fancy, and sure enough, Centennial sniffs it out. And Paul Breece, I'm sure you have plenty to say about that.
Oh, my goodness. You're doing so much good things on offense. You may be getting 3 or 4 yards a gain, but you know what? Backwards is not a very good option. And when you get fancy, that is a gamble that
we've seen that not pay off
more times than not. You know, it's easy for us armchair quarterbacks,
for sure, absolutely.
And if they come out with 0 here, it is huge. But
well,
man, oh man, a huge. See, and here's the thing: you still have to score a touchdown. You're down, you're down by 5 still. So I think they were in two down territory down there. 3rd down and short. They run the ball up the middle. They got 4th down and short. They were going to go for it. A field goal does you nothing.
So you still need the touchdown, that's for sure.
So
Noah Shaw's tacks on the 3-point field goal.
Not only that, but, attempting a field goal is kind of a risk on its own.
My goodness, we just heard the Riverdale Franklin score.
Oh, what was it?
44-3.
Wow.
Riverdale over the Rebels.
Wow, and I was pretty high on Franklin after the big win over Siegel, but man, oh man, maybe Riverdale is back. They've been kind of handcuffed by Murfreesboro, Oakland, and Blackman, and those teams.
Riverdale used to be the squad back in the day.
Absolutely. When we were growing up, you didn't want to mess with those guys.
Franklin and Riverdale met in the state championship years ago.
They're right.
That's right. I was there.
See, and here's where a field goal also could hurt you. You get a guy like this to return it.
Up back, takes it.
And not only that.
And that is, Tucker Tremaine.
Now hear me this. I am pro Williamson County but it's very frustrating just to see the scenarios of the Smyrna Bulldogs happening right now.
It was not Tucker Tremaine. It was Alexander Steele.
Yeah.
I saw the 20. He was loaded for bear right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was Steele.
Not only that, I think he was 100% just happy that he caught it clean. And then he thought, oh, wait a minute, I'm going to run?
Alexander Steele, he had plenty of daylight in front of him. He saw pay dirt. So the give inside to Smith once again, picks his way, and finds the 40-yard line, so a pickup of 2 yards.
We're going to get one more play
He picks up 3 yards
before the quarter.
By number 15, Douglas Belcher for Smyrna.
To me, I think it's a very important play.
So Paul Breece, definitely the story of the second half has been special teams.
Absolutely.
"17 seconds to go." Paul Breece is exactly right. This is likely to be the last play of the third quarter. That inside give again. And I believe that is once again Desmond Smith. He stopped short of the 35-yard line, and that'll be.
Antonio Forrest on the carry for Centennial.
Check that, Antonio Forrest on the carry. So that brings up the end of the third quarter. Centennial maintaining a 23-18 advantage over the visiting Smyrna Bulldogs. Got a good one here, Paul Breece.
Well, you know what? Absolutely. We came out thinking Centennial 17-0. They were going to just ride this momentum and head out the door as a winner. But so Smyrna says, you know what? We're going to at least make things interesting.
Start your weekend off right by enjoying the best pizza, salads, sandwiches.
I believe the Centennial play at Ravenwood last week.
See you there. Brick's
I'm thinking
Yes,
so.
I think that was the case.
Field looks good.
This is the opener for Centennial tonight.
Yeah. You know, we didn't have. I wouldn't say. When's the last rain we've had?
Well, we had those spot showers in the afternoon sometime. But we've had a beautiful week here in Franklin. We've had a reprieve from our usual August heat. Especially tonight, feels fantastic out here.
Absolutely. Centennial going to be heading south now.
That's the truth.
Does that make a difference? You know, as a Little League soccer, you're going to go downhill now.
We can tell that because I-65 is on the other side of the field.
Absolutely.
With third down and a long two for the Centennial Cougars.
Huge down right here.
So third down for the Cougs. Inside give, inside pass is complete. Is Grayson Marcel. I believe. So Cornett comes away with the reception. And huge as we start this fourth quarter. Centennial now with the ball, 1st and 10. Just outside the 25-yard line. Grayson Marcel again. And again, this is Cornett giving Desmond Smith a breather. Check that, Antonio Forrest. Forrest again to the 20-yard line. Stopped short of the first down. How big is the touchdown right here?
How big is it? Well, you look on the scoreboard, it's a 12-point. I mean,
Marcel again looking over his defense. Inside, this is definitely Smith. Picks his way, finds some daylight.
Zippity-doo.
And
for a first down.
And still on his feet, and now starts to scrum.
Number 2.
And Smith.
Wow.
He crosses the 10-yard line and picks up the first down.
Barring any turnover, a touchdown here is a backbreaker. And here's the deal. In my, you know, if it comes down to a 4th down, Centennial needs to go for it. field goal, just keeps it within one score. Man.
Boy, Desmond Smith really able to keep his feet there, maintain his balance, and pick up the big first down. He'll take it again, this time find that right side.
By the guard, 53. What a block. Trevor Anderson, the senior.
Well, that'll put Smith inside the 5-yard line, and the Cougars are in business. Second down and goal now.
Here's the play, the tackle. Trevor Anderson. Smith says, hurry up. He says, oh, I got you, buddy. Boom, pancake. Smith trying to lean forward for the score, down about the 2. Maybe the 1.5, depending on who you ask.
So Forrest now, he in the backfield.
That's a touchdown
and
for sure.
Touchdown Cougars. Antonio Forrest, the senior. Gives Centennial a little bit of breathing room now. Take a look at Coach Kreisky there. Trying to go 1-1 on the season.
Yeah.
As the
it has
try is good.
Yeah, it has been a dogfight.
That's a Vanderbilt University Orthopedics.
And the crowd at Centennial hasn't gone anywhere. Strong contingent.
9:48 to go.
So now Centennial with the 12-point edge. You see how I did that? I subtracted 18 from 30 and got 12.
And oh man, be careful. If somebody's listening to Centennial, they may throw you in honors math, algebra 1. I think you're pretty safe. You're pretty safe, ELA.
English department represent.
Varsity athletic teams, the National Sounds, and the National Soccer Club. For Cougar football, special thank you.
Shout out to all my students here at Centennial High School. Room 113, Mr. Williams, English class.
You need to say a
second, third, fourth, and sixth period. Got my seniors, my 8th period. Starting the big Beowulf next week, Coach Breece.
Man, I tell you what. No, I don't remember it,
you remember old Beowulf, right?
I don't know. Is that like Teen Wolf? That was a great show. Here's what you need to do.
Beowulf, Teen Wolf's older brother.
You need to say a secret word right now, and anybody that says that word to you,
gets
maybe you give them something. Maybe an A. I don't know. A Sonic drink. Can you do that?
What is the Warrior code? If anybody can answer that for me on Tuesday, any of my seniors can answer that for me on Tuesday, I'll do something nice for you. Smyrna now, looking for an answer. Special teams again has been big tonight.
That is crazy.
22, Emerson Combs.
Yeah, he's the guy that ran it back. But Carter Potts, the kicker, representing the special teams guys, throwing up the muscles.
Another score of interest in the fourth quarter. It's Ravenwood 13, Blackman 6.
Ravenwood on top of Blackman.
And CPA 10.
Oh, how about that?
Independence and CPA in a dogfight. We'll be seeing the Eagles next week as Eaton again crosses the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and this is where I think Smyrna is more of their offense is built for a lead, not a come-from-behind team. Quarterback, big guy, strong arm, accuracy, a little questionable. But, man, the running game and the O-line has been on point tonight.
Taven Tig now, the left-hander, rolling to his right, finds his man.
Prove me wrong, young fella.
And looks like it's enough for the first down.
To number 30.
Nice job, Mr. Tig.
KJ Whitney again on the reception.
KJ Whitney. It's complete. On the coverage was Towser. But that's enough for a Smyrna first down. First and 10 Bulldogs.
8:48 to go in the ball game. Smyrna with a nice first down. Ball comes free again, and they have been having some problems tonight.
Yes. Tig has just been
the center and quarterback.
Yeah, the athletic enough to just scoop him up or jump up and grab him, but this time not so much. And now you go from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 16 just because of a errant snap. What's your play call here?
Well, down 12 with 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. I think Smyrna might have to start airing it out, and that's what Tig is going to do. Fires to his left and overshoots his man. Pass intended for Bedingfield.
Bedingfield is incomplete.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 17.
For the Smyrna Bulldogs.
Coach Kreisky and the Centennial Cougars trying to go 1-1 on the year. Tig again over the middle, looking for his big tight end,
Dallas Walker,
and he's unable to haul it in. So it brings up the 4th down and 17.
I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He definitely looks like a D lineman running out for a pass.
Number 3.
Definitely has the size at 6'4", 285.
Yep. Here, I want you to go out for the pass now at 4th down. I want you to be the up back and try to block the people coming to get him.
Kick is away. Fair catch called for. Ball bounces just outside the 20-yard line. Centennial will take over 1st and 10. Paul Breece, how do you put this one away?
You're going to ride the back of number 2, Desmond Smith, the senior. And once he gets tired, here comes Antonio Forrest, number 34. I would be highly shocked unless the down and distance asked for it if Marcel throws another pass. But that's why I'm a golf coach now and up here.
And I'm not a math teacher.
No, that's right.
So the Cougars looking to land the knockout punch. 7:49 to go in the ball game. Here's Smith again, trying to bounce outside. Does bounce outside.
Keep it in bounds. Nope.
And just crosses the 25-yard line. But just like Coach Breece said, wanted to stay in bounds, keep that clock going. Unable to do so.
He's tackled by number 22, Emerson Combs. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 for the Cougars.
2nd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Inside again to Smith.
Wow, that is a great play.
Under. Number 15, Douglas Belcher for
number 2, Desmond Smith on the carry.
Smyrna. Nothing doing.
By number 15, Douglas Belcher. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Centennial Cougars.
It's a big 3rd down now for Centennial.
No, Centennial started this possession at 7 minutes and 55 seconds, and now we're just at 7:08. So if you were trying to run the clock, you're going to need to convert this 1st down.
Under 7 minutes to play now in the ball game. The give to Forrest.
Yeah.
And he'll be stopped at the 25-yard line. So,
and a timeout quickly by Smyrna.
Antonio Forrest on the carry. He's tackled by number 20, Keegan.
So that took about a minute off the clock. That, you know,
that'll be 4th down for Centennial.
When Desmond Smith on that 1st down carry couldn't get out, couldn't stay in bounds, and it cost another 30 seconds.
Let's meet your 2019-20 varsity football cheerleaders. Dayton Green, Allie Hudson, Minnie Collins.
So going to need a big punt here, and
Chandler Hines.
as we've said, second half has been a battle of special teams.
Emmy Boozer, Ella Ewing, Kaylee Plowman, Chavi Meyer,
One of my students,
Grace Howell,
Chavi Meyer.
Gracie Marlin, Sophie Pace, Lucy Garth, Sydney Young, Jenny Stubblefield, Caitlin Rich, Presley Kelly, the co-captain, Savannah Sludge,
Here we go.
Marley Meyer, Piper Gamble, captain, Lily Rainey, and Amelia Router.
So the Centennial cheerleaders being
Let's hear it
introduced
for your Centennial Cougar
to the
varsity
crowd.
football cheerleaders.
Cougars have to kick it away here at 4th and 6 from their own 25-yard line. Maybe give Smyrna a little bit more life with 6:46 remaining. Paul Breece, we have seen stranger things happen, that's for sure.
Great kick. Is he going to have a chance to return it? On the run.
And Eden again. And he's finally dragged down inside the 40-yard line where Smyrna will have some fantastic field position.
And that is huge because of Smyrna's run game. Having the ball on Centennial's side of the field creates a better spot offensively for them versus getting the ball under 10 or 20 and having to be dependent upon the pass. Now they have the option of running or throwing, having the ball at the 37, 38-yard line.
6:32 to go.
First and 10 from the 38. Tiggs, big left-handed
Picked.
quarterback. That's picked
Here
off.
comes the one block, and he's got it.
This could be trouble.
Oh,
And that is number 9's Leo Gearhart with
Man.
a massive pick. And puts the ball deep into Smyrna territory.
That's another clean and insurance
That is the 3rd turnover tonight.
yeah, huge.
for the Cougars.
Huge turnover. I mean, you had the option, even though it said 6:30 on the clock, you still could have run the ball a little bit just to try to open up the defense, as Smyrna is not the drop-back passing kind of team. And a great pick just sitting right there. I thought we were going to break it right there. But
So Leo Gearhart, the 12th grader.
how about that? Does he get the belt?
Gets the belt.
He gets the belt. Where? I don't know where he's at. Did they give it to him? I don't even see him. huddle. Oh, he's standing down here by himself, Michael Williams. Somebody give him the belt.
Got to give him the belt.
He's going to go get it himself, I think. Well, no.
Got to celebrate the belt himself. So the rare under center for Marcel.
Man.
And Smith again. Oh, my goodness. What
Man, he
a
is
great
tough.
night he's had.
That, if I see a weakness in Smith, it's that he really likes to carry that ball out a little bit and is prone maybe to getting the ball knocked out.
Well, he does have a fumble tonight, so might be onto something there, but he has had a fantastic night running the ball. He has an 86-yard touchdown run in the first half and is close to the first down here.
There's the belt. Who was our interception guy?
That was Leo Gearhart.
Leo Gearhart, that's right. Where is he? Go get it, buddy. Oh, well.
And we're gonna blow this
that
one
is
up.
huge.
I think we've got a false
Man,
start.
Coach Kreisky got to be
We do have
just
a false start.
beside himself. Not only does that hurt, but it stops the clock.
Stops the clock, absolutely.
And now you may be facing the Smyrna Bulldogs, but your main opponent now is the clock.
So the penalty puts the ball just outside the 30-yard line. 5:18 to go here in the ball game. Centennial maintaining the 12-point edge. Smith again runs into the pile of people. It's for no gain.
I'll tell you, if there's one guy that's been the Smyrna defense is Douglas Belcher. He's been one of the few guys that has been able to wrangle Smith down, number 15.
Well, what do you do here, Paul Breece? You're under 5 minutes to go.
You run it, and I tell you run it twice. You don't get it here, you go for it on 4th down. Because Smyrna has shown me not the capability of throwing the ball. And you're 2 scores down.
Did you know that there are 2 columns on the varsity football cheerleaders roster?
I think you're in pretty good shape if you're the Centennial Cougars.
Jamison Hunsberger, co-captain.
Play clock down to 4.
And Audrey Spalding.
Boom.
And that give to Forrest. And you're right, Paul Breece. They'll go ahead and keep it on the ground. That keeps the clock going.
Yeah.
And we are up to the 30-yard line.
Do it again, Coach Kreisky.
Brings up 4th down.
You don't get it, you're going to be okay.
He's got to get 5 yards on this next play.
I put number 2 back in the game and say,
take it away.
Here you go. Hand it off to him. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's okay.
It'll be 4th down.
I mean, other than a safety and a kickoff return and a turnover causing a field goal, you've really only given up 1 touchdown tonight. If you're a Centennial Cougar defensive.
So big play here, Forrest once again. Got to get up to the 35, makes a man miss, and it'll be stopped short.
Nope.
So the ball goes down over on downs. Forrest just tripped up before he could reach the 25-yard line.
Well, not a bad play call. Not sure where Smith was in the whole thing, but he wasn't on the field. But you know what?
So again, Centennial unable to capitalize on the turnover. But they did in the respect that they killed some clock right there. So 3:27 remaining in the ball game.
And the referee's going to tie a shoe.
His own?
His own shoe, sure. He's going to need a little help. All right.
Tiggs
So
again.
here we go.
Firing to his right side. He's got his man.
Yep. And you know what?
But the
Centennial
clock
says
still
that's fine. Go
gonna
ahead.
run. Go right ahead.
Take your 5 yards. You better huddle up and you better get up on the line quick because
Jordan Johnson.
Pass complete to Johnson. Tig again firing to his right. And that
there
one's
it
picked
is.
off.
And that could be our
it.
WCTV play of the week. I'm going to call it. Who do we got? That's your guy, Kevin Townsend. You look for him on offense. Well, he scored.
So Kevin Townsend has been close all night long.
Yeah.
There you see again.
Again, Smyrna not having the most proficient offense in the passing game. Townsend just sits right there.
Sam Holloway on the snap.
Says, I'm wearing a blue jersey.
Tucker Tremaine on the
I'll take
move.
this. Thank you.
And Connor Potts on the kick.
Extra point. So once was a 2-point game at one time, Mike Williams, has turned into a 19-point game.
So Smyrna able to capitalize now, taking the ball away from Smyrna 4 times on the night. The last one, the last turnover, the biggest, as Kevin Townsend runs it in from about 35 yards away. And this one, for the most part, has been put on ice, Paul Breece.
Yeah, absolutely. Now is Kevin Townsend, did he find the belt? That's the storyline now.
Well, 4 notches in that belt tonight for sure.
Absolutely.
4 turnovers.
Fans, don't forget to stop by Brick's Wood-fired pizzas for some pizza and your favorite beverage.
So we're under 3 minutes to go. This one,
Brick's is the official.
All but done.
all but done. Might as well be in the books as the Centennial defense comes up huge.
Yeah.
Cougar football would also like to thank our chain gang sponsors.
And they have a big region game next week at Independence. You talked about it. We'll be down there. And I tell you what, if they've shown any indication against pass defense, they're going to need it next week against the Independence Eagles, who like to throw it around.
India battling CPA tonight. Last we heard, 13-10, I believe.
Yeah.
So they were locked in a good battle. Ravenwood and Blackman High School locked in a good battle down in Murfreesboro tonight.
I mean, Independence, former quarterback Andrew Bunch. I believe he's the second string at Nebraska right now. And Nebraska.
Carter Potts set to
pretty
kick
good.
it away. And looks like Eaton is
Man,
the
that
up
guy.
back. And he'll be stopped short of the 30-yard line. Good tackle there made by number 28. That is Gage Weir.
25, Eaton.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Smyrna continues to chuck it around. You know what? There has been a sighting. New quarterback.
Craker.
Freshman for Smyrna, Landon Miller.
Sorry about that. Luke Craker on the tackle there on the kick return.
Landon Miller, the freshman. He's probably like, what have I got myself into?
Well, he got himself into about a 6-yard carry right
Man,
there.
That's a smart play by the young man.
Landon Miller on the carry. Tackled by number 6, Josh Dorsey.
So 2:30 to go in the ball game. Centennial with a 19-point edge. Again, bad snap.
Yeah.
And now,
Whoops.
is this
Landon Miller.
is this Skylar Cagle, the new QB? Is that right?
Landon Miller, number 3
Number 3.
from the Smyrna
Still can't
Bulldogs. Hey, granted, that's probably not the play that was called the last 2 plays, but because of the center snapping the ball at his shoelaces,
At his ankles.
he has got to readjust. Whoop, there we go. That's probably the play that was called. Oh, hello.
So looks like Coach Matt Williams is
Yeah,
going to put his second and third teamers in.
that's Brendan Benthall on the carry, the sophomore. So, yeah, a lot of young kids out there.
A lot of clean uniforms right now.
Yeah, absolutely. White is our
Stops the clock momentarily. And again, this one likely all in the books for all intents and purposes. Looks like we have a penalty.
a little
Maybe.
face mask action.
Flag on the play.
And that'll march the ball up inside the 35-yard line.
I believe that's like the Centennial's third face mask of the night.
Smyrna will have it 1st and 10.
Smyrna,
Inside the 35-yard line.
they bring in the backups and moving the ball down the field.
So that give to Johnson again. Picks up a few yards. Keeps the clock running.
Number 5, Johnson tackled once again by number 21.
Running out right there, number 57. We haven't called his name at all tonight. That's Jeremiah Scruggs. Jeremiah was a student of mine last year. He is a defensive lineman for these Centennial Cougars. Jeremiah is one of the best people I know.
One of the good guys.
One of the good guys.
5'9", 280.
Love Jeremiah Scruggs.
To number 21.
Jameer Lewis on the reception, number 21.
By number 6, Josh.
And the clock continues to run down. I hope Jeremiah watches this game tonight and hears his name called out on the WCTV game of the week. Miller now rolling to his right, finds his receiver. And
Tell you what, Landon Miller, the quarterback, done some pretty nice things this drive.
doing some good stuff. Got a squad up to the 10-yard line, and they're threatening to score here as we touch a minute to go here in the ball game. And this time, I believe Coach Kreisky calls the timeout. So again, Paul Breece and I are at Independence High School next Friday night. Got some big WCTV games of the week coming up. As always, the Battle of Franklin between these Centennial Cougars and the Franklin Rebels. I believe we'll be seeing Summit High School in 2 weeks.
16, Blackman 13, late in the fourth quarter. Also, 2 minutes to go. Independence 20, CPA 10.
So Indy, they just announced the score here. Indy looks like they might take a win over the CPA Lions tonight. Will that put Indy at 2-0?
No, they got beat by Summit.
Got to be by Summit their first game out. So 1-1.
First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
If they can hold on to beat CPA, and they will meet this, what will.
Yeah, 1-1 and 1-1.
1 minute to go.
Wow.
And
how about that?
Smyrna. Johnson again.
Yeah. Johnson somehow comes back in the game with the freshman quarterback and says, I'll take this. Yep, they're going to go for 2.
Well, 53 seconds to go. If they can capitalize on the 2-point conversion,
I'd give it to Johnson.
It'll make an 11-point game. And ball swatted away. So Centennial able to stave off the 2-point attempt.
Well, you know what? They cut it to 13. There's no chance of any kind of comeback, obviously. But if I was Coach Matt Williams, this would be a great opportunity to try your onsides. You probably rarely ever get to do it live in the games. You practice it probably quite a bit, probably every Thursday. But this would be a good chance to see.
As you check out Zeraway Johnson running into the end zone. So 53 seconds remaining, and do they do that, Paul Breece? Run the onside kick?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just for practice?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give yourself a good look.
Might as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
A big thanks to the fine folks at Middle Tennessee Electric.
Well, Centennial is lining up like they expect it.
And it's good practice for Centennial also, so.
This is always quite touch and go.
I mean, listen. They're going right at him.
Set for what will be an onside kick.
Got to kick it 10 yards here.
That's what they need, the old high bounce.
Big bounce in Centennial, able to come away with it.
That's a great job at Centennial. Nice job by the kicker there for Smyrna.
Number 31, Zay Pickens.
Number 12, Noah Schultz. Uh-oh. Did they call a new quarterback in the game?
So the Cougars, they'll be able to sit on it right here. 53 seconds remaining in the ball game. There you see the onside again. The big high bounce, looking for your defenders.
You know, here's what I realized looking at Centennial's roster. If they had to go to a backup, oh no, I'm sorry, I just found him. Joe Nelson, sophomore, number 13. I don't know who's out there right now. I guess the emergency quarterback would be Cannon Plowman, the receiver. Oh my!
So Coach Kreisky has to call a timeout again because I don't think his young guys got the memo.
Timeout on the field.
I believe it's a 2-play and head to the house situation, Coach. Well, hey.
And Bulldog fans, please, you
got to give a shout out to the live stream.
Indeed, the live stream. Hopefully tonight on watch this on Facebook or
I think you can
YouTube.
You can find it on Facebook. I think it direct links to YouTube. We've had about 100 people.
All right.
Stop through different parts of the night.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
I think there was a
100-person audience
last week. I think you had about 500 is what Lance told me.
Wow.
So maybe it's me.
Maybe it's time to hit Lance up for.
Is there a bonus?
53 seconds remaining. Centennial looking for a first down here, and looks like they'll have it. Smith.
Yeah.
And
very interesting to see Desmond Smith in the game. I mean, he took a big shot right there. That's kind of a dicey situation for, you know, I would have taken a knee right there or not had him in the game. But, yep. Oh, he's having a tough time.
So they can let this play clock tick down. There'll be about 13 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Take a knee. Take a knee.
And they'll go ahead and victory formation does Centennial. Back up.
Oh.
And there it goes. 14 remaining. So there you have it.
Absolutely. Great time tonight,
Centennial.
Michael Williams.
You bet. Paul Breece up here for the first time this year. Great time. There you see your final score. Centennial will take it 37-24 on this, the second game of the WCTV season. We are back down at Independence High School next Friday to watch the Centennial Cougars again and the Independence Eagles. For everybody here at the WCTV Game of the Week, we bid you a fun and safe Labor Day weekend. For Paul Breece, I'm Michael Williams. See you next Friday.